Welcome to We Should Probably Edit This.
But we won't. This is about our life's messy journey. It's unscripted, talks about growth, real laughs.
Sometimes real laughs, sometimes just the chaos, and we think there's a little bit of comedy here.
Yeah, everything.
It's about our 37 years of marriage and our experience. I'm Matthew Greger.
And I'm Nancy Greger, and we're your host of We Should Probably Edit This.
But we won't.
There you go.
And we probably should have edited that. So, here's our next episode.
Yes.
There we go. And we're on.
Ooh, it worked.
Hi. It worked. All right.
Hello.
So it's a snow day.
A really epic snow day.
Yeah, I think for not just us, for several
people along the East
80%
Coast.
of the country, maybe. I don't know.
So, needless to say, we
While we're
slept
dressed
in
like
late.
this.
We slept in late. We are moving. We're really, really relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a really 100% relaxing day in a very long time.
Correct. And not only relaxing day. I mean, this whole weekend was kind of an exhale weekend. You know, because we prepared for this moment because our first showings were yesterday. And there were 18 showings yesterday.
18 or 20?
18.
18?
There were 20 scheduled, but 2 were canceled.
2 canceled. That's right. So 18 people showed
Right.
up.
So, but
and we were going to have just as many today.
Yeah, but that got
But
moved.
the snow came.
Yeah, so we had to cancel, and that got moved to
Tuesday
Tuesday
and Wednesday.
So we rented an Airbnb mainly for the cat, so the cat didn't have to be involved in the chaos of people coming in and out of the house. So and I think for me that was a moment that I actually got to exhale. It was just like, okay, we're away from here. And we're away from it, and we can just kind of just let go a little bit. And then we spent Saturday shopping.
Doing your favorite thing.
My favorite thing.
Your favorite thing. That by 3:00 in the afternoon, we had reached your limit of capacity.
Oh, well, we went to the
it
store.
Sounded familiar, like some child that I know.
Mm-hmm. But it was. You wanted a closet organizer. So where do we go to maybe get our own do-it-yourself closet organizer? But we haven't been to IKEA in a long time. Oh my goodness. That's a big store. And that took all the rest of my energy away.
If we had just literally
went to the closet section. Instead of go through the maze. It's kind of like Stu Leonard's for shopping.
If you don't know, it's the way they make you go through certain setups and rooms, and then you have all these other little things. And
I just thought we could just get out afterwards after we finally got what we wanted for the closet pieces. I thought we'd just go downstairs and pay. But finding the register was another maze once we went downstairs.
That wasn't as bad. But I will say that I think for us, probably around the third aisle we went over, we both looked at each other and said, I think we've outgrown the store. Or maybe it's because we've evolved or we've gotten older.
I don't know if I want to put that many pieces of things together. But I mean, I did write about IKEA in my book because I mean, he has a great concept. It's about making furniture that's affordable and decent quality for what it is, and how do you do it and be able to ship it? You know, so everything was flat packs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like assembly is required, but you just got to make sure that you take your time when you're assembling it. Otherwise, you're going to have crooked pieces and stuff.
But there is something to be said at some point in your life where you just like, I want you to bring it, I want you to deliver it, I want you to set it up. And take all the garbage with you on your way out.
So it'll be fun between the couch that's going to come in a box and all the closet pieces that are going to come in a box. It's going to be fun assembling and then removing the cardboard afterwards.
Well, it shouldn't be too bad.
No, but we still have to stack it up and take it out. That's okay.
True. But
Anyways.
still, it was an experience yesterday.
And then
I feel more at ease now that I'm back in my house than I was leaving my house for the weekend. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it was a great idea that you came up with when we realized Saturday and Sunday was going to be booked solid, that we go somewhere. However, our theories of going somewhere were two different things. You're thinking Airbnb. I'm thinking, where is the nearest spa that we can go to where we can bring the cat?
well, the cat, a spa and the cat are two things that are very
I don't understand.
contradictory.
People say we accept pets, but what they really mean is we only take dogs. They're gung shy when it comes to the cat, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not. I'd be coming with his litter, box with us. We had more stuff for him to move than you and I. We just had a duffel bag for you and me. We had a whole compartment for him.
Okay.
But we did find a really decent place very close to home. So we were. But then all of a sudden, was it Thursday or Friday that we realized?
Well, no, I mean, we kept playing out the storm. They kept, obviously the media overhypes everything that they do. But, just trying to like plan out what are we going to get. And then when it really became apparent that we're going to get snow, we don't know how much, but definitely Sunday's going to give us the snow day. We decided that we
made the executive decision
to cancel it.
Tell our agent.
But I already booked the Airbnb for the 2 days. So,
but it is what it is. I think in the long run it did work out. So that was okay. Because there was no way anybody could come today.
No.
And we would have not been able to get the house. Just
No,
dealing
there's
with
probably
the snow.
at least 10 inches right now.
Yeah.
And it's not coming. I don't know. You can kind of see the trees back there, but that's actually not just the glare from here, but that's about what it's like right now. It's pretty white.
It is pretty white.
But
so we're home and relaxed and
in our
easy.
in our hoodies and sweats and the fireplace
is going.
I need to stoke it up a little bit more, but
little cozy.
Right.
So it is definitely, I think, a downtime that we can just relax today. And
But
just take it easy.
we're fortunate. I know there's a lot of people out there that are probably struggling, and this doesn't make it that much help more. This doesn't make it easier with all the snow. And it's amazing what people do. I mean, just like the pandemic, there was a shortage of toilet paper, which I still don't understand to this day, why that was so important. But with the snowstorm, like the whole bread and milk thing, I don't understand. Are people making milk sandwiches? I don't get it. But
No, we went Thursday. We said we'll get a jump start on it. We'll go Thursday.
Well, I mean, we're busy Friday, both working and doing a few things.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, well, yeah, we need our normal weekly grocery shopping to get a few things for the house.
And we walked into the store.
To Trader Joe's, and it's just like,
number one, there were a lot of people.
And this was like 7 o'clock at night.
7,
we figured,
8 o'clock
okay,
at night.
it's a good time to go. We're not going to be in a rush with all the people.
But no, we walked in there and there were a lot of people. And there was stuff literally empty off the shelves.
You would think that we're going to be a month where we can't get out of our house.
We were going to be, yeah. And when I asked the guy at the register, I said, "Has it been this busy all day?" He said, "Oh my God, yes, it's been super busy." But I get it because here's the thing.
What do you get?
States shut down highways, so you can't get food. Delivered
for 2 weeks?
No, for a couple of days, and those guys are going to be behind schedule. So when you think about it, it's one whole day today they're not driving. They're hoping that by tomorrow they're able to clear the roads enough to get the trucks to come back on the highways, on the state highways.
Yeah, but still, I don't understand why people need to go and take so much of things like
I just think you anticipate what it's going to be, and if you're home and you got a bunch of kids. you're going to get a lot of snacks.
Yeah, but you just don't need to wipe the store out. But anyways, I mean,
No,
that just
people
goes
do
that
it.
just
There you
that just
go.
that just goes back to our whole
Feast or famine.
that, and then our whole concept of whatever you believe politically. I mean, I don't like to talk about politics really, but it's just like, um, it's just the sides of politics. You got the extreme left and the extreme right, and the thing about it is whether you like who's in office now, or you dislike who's in office, or you don't like what's going on. Um, we're in this country, and every 4 years we get to decide what's going to happen. Who do we replace them with?
That's it. That's the beauty of the United States of America. And if you've ever traveled overseas and you've ever been to other countries, it's a vast difference in how they run their countries, but also how their politics and their government runs. So that's the beauty, I think, about being a citizen of the United States, is that you get to choose and you have options to do. And that's really what you should go out and do when it's time. Vote, because that is a privilege many people in this world don't have. So vote. Should you speak your mind? Absolutely. If you feel enticed to say something either which way, again, that's the beauty of the United States of America, is you have the ability to free speech.
And we have family members and friends who are on different sides.
Polar sides. And you just kind of sit
just
there and say, okay.
Yeah.
I get you're allowed to have your opinions.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to voice your opinions. However, what you're not allowed to do is put your opinions on me and try to make it seem as though I'm wrong.
Or that I don't care what's going on.
Or I don't care what's going on. Or
here's the thing about it is that I can't necessarily change what's going on. And I think the whole thing about this show that we have, it's not about trying to change things. It's about trying to change ourselves so that we can do better, so we can
the
do
only
better.
thing you have that you can control is you.
Right.
You can control your ideas. You can control your goals. You can set your goals. You can set your tone to what it is that you yourself are willing to accept. What your boundaries for yourself of what you want to willing to place. And the ability to just improve yourself. Because you can't always control what everybody else is doing. And you shouldn't want to control what everybody else is doing, because you will be a very unhappy person. No different than in a marriage. Your partners are going to come with their own, sets of biases and their own sets of things that they like.
Well, you were raised different than I was.
Completely.
And I had different beliefs bestowed to me, before I began to create my own. Just like you did too. And
correct.
And sometimes now it's just about blending it together and being able to
give and take.
And I think what's really important, that you are able to put yourself in the shoes of the other person, because so many times we see the truth our own way, within our own little world, and we don't think about how the other person might see it, or what they've been through. Because your life experience is different than my life experience, and your life experience out there is different than ours, and different than your neighbors. And those experiences sometimes shape what you think, how you do things.
They will shape it. Not that they will shape it.
Right.
The point of it all is that, though, you can evolve, you can improve, you can grow, you can learn. And these are the things that, if you're open and willing to do, that's really what the change factor here is how do you blend two very different sides of the spectrum in order to make things work? And fundamentally, you got to really want it, first of all, because if you don't really want it, then you shouldn't have gone into it to begin with. But you have to be open to those things. You have to be open to what the other person is doing. And I think that holds true for anybody in a political atmosphere. I don't necessarily have to agree with what it is that you're saying. But I respect the fact that you have said it, and I'll listen to what it is you're saying as long as you're calm about it.
Right.
I'll listen to what it is you're saying and hear what your point of view might be.
Right.
But understand that even after I've heard it, won't necessarily mean that I will agree with it. I may find aspects to it that I could, agree with. And then there might be other things where I will just say to you, no, I don't think that was the intent, or that's right.
I think what we need to have in this world a lot more of is a little bit more empathy and understanding for others, instead of flying off the handle and saying, oh, that other person's just wrong or whatever. Why don't you try to understand what they are? But it's like we're in this vicious cycle of blaming each other,
people.
and then we just get so upset about things that I think we lose sense of reality because we get so upset and so, I don't know whether
you get fixated. Yeah. You get so fixated, and it's kind of like, okay, I need you to come back down to reality, because again, what you're controlling is what's around you.
Right.
And it's not very big.
That doesn't mean you can't have influence. That doesn't mean that you yourself couldn't run for politics and make a change, or be on a board, or be in a group, or something like
or
that.
Volunteer in
Or
some other
volunteer,
way,
right.
or get more involved. No one is saying that those aren't things, but they're more constructive than sitting back and
Posting things on social media about how bad things are.
When I would challenge to see, did you go out and really see?
Have you been out volunteering and helping others before you say how bad things really are?
Have you had direct contact with how it's not only affected your life, but people in your immediate hemisphere's life? Is there been that much of a dramatic change? Knowledge is critical, and we have to experience it ourselves. There's something about doing your own due diligence and learning and figuring things out and going deeper into topics before you take on a certain position, or really voice your position saying, you guys are wrong. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're saying, and so on and so forth.
Maybe they don't, but it's like, if we would all just work on ourselves a little bit more, I think those other things you'll see them fixing themselves. Because now we have a better understanding of who we are, and we have a better understanding and patience for other people.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean there aren't stupid people in the world.
And it doesn't mean that you won't get mad at your spouse because they did something that you've told them numerous times.
Okay.
I don't like it. As I always say, what do I usually say nowadays? I've been married to you for 37 years. At what point in time did you ever see me do that?
You mean you weren't going to go camping? We weren't going to go and bring an air...
what was the idea? Oh, no.
The idea was to go to the new condo and bring in an air mattress and just hang out there.
And what was my immediate response?
I've never been a camper.
Yeah.
And that's what you kind of felt like you would be doing.
Yeah.
So.
And I said, in all the years we've been married, have I given you have we ever done that before? No.
Not really. I mean, the closest was when we went to the Adirondacks and we for Thanksgiving. And we went to the cabin. That was a fairly rustic cabin.
You mean when Ben was a baby?
Yeah. That was the closest to camping, I think.
And we took the dog?
Yeah. Or the island in Maine.
Where we took the dog, the cat, all three children,
and my brother and sister-in-law. and my brother and I, we used the outhouse. You guys used the actual marine toilet. So
yeah. The full disclosure, no one really explained to me what that really meant. And having to use salt water
to bathe in.
Again, nobody explained to me what that really is. And so
it's really hard to get the shampoo out of your hair with salt water.
So that was a fun week.
It was.
It was a fun week.
That was the week I also took a plunge. I thought that, it's August. It's pretty warm outside. I didn't think the water was going to be that cold. Well,
We're
getting
in Maine, right?
yeah,
Maine.
getting back out of the water after I locked up was a challenge. So
We all watched from the shoreline.
yeah. So
We'll see if he sinks. Then we'll go. So hopefully the rest of the week will be. It's supposed to be
really cold,
frigidly cold,
really cold,
but the snow should stop.
And hopefully you've prepared well enough that you'll survive the cold that's there. And hopefully you'll help. Neighbors will help each other, because there are some people that
Are elderly and
count
maybe
on
can't get
others.
out.
Yep, or have other health issues that can't get out. So
But it should be. It should still be. It's pretty.
yeah. Nothing like being in New York City either in a big snowstorm like this, because never will you hear the city so quiet as when in a snowstorm.
In a snowstorm,
You know?
you do see people go out and
Well, I'm
walk,
sure in the
but-
pandemic it was pretty quiet too.
but it's quiet.
But yeah,
It's like whispers. You can hear the snow. That's how much it is. Now, tomorrow you will not like the city.
Right. As the snow becomes a brown
As the
mush,
snow becomes
brown and then gray, and
gray mush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then as they put the garbage out and it mixes in with it too. Yeah.
it's gonna be so much fun.
Mhm.
So much fun. But
Right
those
now,
are
at the
things-
moment, it's probably nice.
That's what you take advantage of, though, is when we lived in the city and we did have snowstorms, you took advantage of that moment in time.
Yeah.
The really, to me, the most fantastical thing is that you can still find stores open and restaurants opened because people commute not via car. They'll take the train in, so they're not having to navigate the rough roads. They can simply grab on a train and get to where they need to get to. So more is open.
Well, just like with, as the pastor said this morning in the remote church service,
Yeah.
about, to take the time in a storm like this to just enjoy it, relax a moment and feel it out there. If you have kids and you have family, get out there and have some fun. Take a little extra time and just take in the calmness of it. Take in the white of it before it becomes more chaos again.
Yes.
But
And when you do have to go outside and do shovel, you're going to find yourself singing a fabulous song that will always
don't
stick
start
into
it
your
again,
head.
no. And I'm not going to build a snowman. Maybe I will.
I've heard that song so many times that you cannot not do that as you're shoveling.
Do you want to build a snowman? No. Yes.
But
now
I
it's
will
going to
say
be in
to
your
you,
song.
no,
yeah.
no. But what I
in your
will
head.
say to you is by singing that song, it makes the process that much like, do I want to build a snowman? And as you're going through
You're shoveling.
and you're shoveling, you're like, yeah, I can build a snowman. Thank you to my grandchildren. I appreciate you.
I think this snow will we will not appreciate the shoveling aspect to it.
Well, luckily, we don't have to do too much because
we'll
we'll get it plowed.
We'll have to do cleanup.
We'll do areas that we'll have to do cleanup,
Right.
but not the extensive
because we're
part.
showing the house, we're gonna have to do more.
We're gonna have to really make sure.
I'm gonna have to
under
go out to
control.
the screen room and blow all the snow out of there. We've got sifted snow through the screen.
It looks like
coming in.
when you put flour in one of this
Sifters.
sifter things,
Yeah.
and it comes out.
Yeah. I said we go make some snow cream.
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
we don't need to do that.
Right.
So it's been a good day. Good week.
So far we haven't done anything today.
I know that's the best
As far as-
part.
Right.
We don't have to do anything. We can really just
Be ourselves and be this. Look, you can see the snow blowing in the background.
just relax. Boy, it's a long time coming.
Yep. But yeah, so now we come to this dead space.
No, it's dead space. That means it's over.
Well, we have a few more minutes.
No, we don't have. There's no rule that says we have to go for full 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, on that note, I guess we should probably edit this.
But we won't.
So until next time, Send us your comments. Let us know what you want to talk about.
Yeah. And if you're in the snow, stay safe.
And if you're in the snow with your kids, have fun.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.